What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I just wanted to tell you a quick little story and something that's kind of been weighing on my mind here recently, and that's just about the unreal standards that sometimes we hold ourselves to, and that sometimes I think that can be like a really negative thing. And the story that I have is about my journey that I'm on to be a content creator. I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and I've hit this point recently where, well, not recently, for a while now, where I just haven't really been creating anything, not pursuing the goal and the dream like I really need to be. To really start off the story, I really started making content when the game Call of Duty Cold War dropped. I started making a bunch of different videos on that game, and I was just having fun with it. I was making several videos. I was making at least one a week, which is where I'd really like to be. I did that for months. I can't even really remember the streak that I went on. But I had several videos get over 1,000 views, and when you're first starting out on YouTube, that's a big deal. And got up to like over 400 subscribers, had people that were regularly watching videos, coming to hang out during streams. And while that's not like a crazy community or anything crazy like that, it's still somewhat traction, like a little bit of traction on the channel. And so it made me feel really good, obviously. And I continued this way for a while. And then the next Call of Duty game dropped, and Cold War just kind of died. And without getting like too much gaming nerdiness in the video, basically I didn't like the next Call of Duty game that came out. And the content ideas just weren't there like it was for the previous game, and I just found myself slowly stop making videos. I would make videos, but it wasn't near as consistent as it was when the Cold War game was in its prime, I guess you would say. And so I went into a much different lane where it was more of a funny video kind of thing instead of like a teaching video. And even while I was on this path, while the videos weren't as consistent, I was still having a really good time playing games with my friends and making funny videos with that. And I'm not quite sure when it started, but at some point I just kind of hit this decline. Actually, before we go down that, let me keep elaborating on the fun stuff. So I got pretty consistent with starting to make TikToks, and I got to over like 1,000 followers on TikTok, which that's not a crazy number. I promise I'm not flexing any of this. Like, I'm not trying to sound like that, but at the end of the day, numbers, it was still traction. Like, that's what it was. But I had 2 different TikToks hit almost 1 million views, and obviously that was very exciting. But I never really capitalized on it, and found myself just kind of slowing down, and eventually hitting a point where it was 30 days, 2 months where I wasn't uploading anything, sometimes 3 months, and that's just kind of what it's been for the past while. I'm not even really sure how long that it's been. It hit a really dark time in my life, but yeah, the videos just kind of quit. I got to this place where the videos that I was making, I guess is the better way, they were a higher quality than when I first started. Obviously, as you keep doing something, you start to get better at it. So with that came this unreal standard that every video has to be like it was. Yet I hadn't been making videos for a long time. So all I would do is try to come up with these $1 million ideas. What was the next video that was going to get me views? Not what was the next video that sounds fun to make. That's what it really became for me. And so I wouldn't upload anything because none of the ideas that I would think of really felt good enough. And eventually it really just led to no ideas at all. The brain was just kind of on empty, I guess, and no ideas, just wanting to be a content creator, but not really giving it a whole lot of effort, just a lot of brain power that wasn't taking me anywhere. And there are obviously like a lot of other factors in it as well, like mental things, but at the same time it still came down to just an unreal standard that I had for myself that was not healthy at all. And something that I'm trying to learn as I'm hoping to get more consistent in YouTube and getting more serious about this dream of mine is to just have fun with it. Because at the end of the day, That's really why I started it. That's really why I have this stream, is because it's something that I enjoy doing. I have fun doing it. And ever since I was a kid, I knew that whatever job it was that I was going to do, it was going to be one that I enjoyed, that I was not going to settle for something where I wasn't happy, that I just wasn't going to have a typical job. And so I'm just trying to find that place where I'm just happy with what I make and having fun with it. And not that every video is going to be fun, like that I'm able to have like serious videos like this, but where I'm interested in the topic that I'm talking about, and like I'm engaged with it, and I'm not just trying to think of ideas for other people, but that I'm actually making what I want to make, trying to get back into that. And that's been super hard, but this is a start to that. But yeah, that's pretty much the story. I'm gonna ramble on a little bit more if maybe you do keep up with the channel a little bit. The last video that I made was titled "Feeling Stuck Creatively and Mentally" or something like that. And in that video, I talked about how it had been over 50 days since my previous video from that one had been released. And at the end, I say something like, "Here's to another video in not 50 days." And here I am, like, I think 60 days later or 50 some days later again. And I'm just letting all this time get past me where I'm just not creating. I'm not chasing the goal. It's upsetting, but here I am again. But yeah, I hope what I said made sense. Just had this idea and kind of just been thinking a lot about kind of like the Unreal Standard thing. And I'm sure this is true for other people as well, that you just have this Unreal Standard that you don't really meet because it's unreal. And I think that it can just completely take you out of it. I think sometimes for people having an Unreal Standard, it gives them maybe motivation to get to that. I don't know, but I know for me, just I was holding myself to a certain quality of video that it had to be. It had to be the next big thing, and just nothing met that. So I just made nothing. But yeah, if you made it this far into the video, I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.